Hello, and thank you for tuning in again to another episode of CivilianTacticalWeapons.com. This episode is actually going to be about lights. I've had a lot of people ask me about different combat light options, and I'm actually going to cover them. I've also done some recent upgrades to my lighting options, so I also want to talk about that too. This one here is actually a Streamlight. It's an M3 Streamlight. This is one I've had for quite a while. This is a HK45 from the last week's episode. As you can see, it slides on to pretty much anything that has this lower rail system. The Streamlight is a regular, light system. You can actually do either, if you're doing a tactical, you can actually rock it, which means that when I'm using the light, I can just temporarily put it on. So if you're doing CQB battles, type training or whatever, you can pull the light up, hit the light on for a second, and drop it back down. You can also flip the light on non-stop if you just want to have the thing completely illuminated. I don't recommend ever really doing that, but you have the option. From that though, I actually purchased my last combat pistol course I took. People started having these other lights, so I actually upgraded my light to something called an XTI Procyon, which I may be pronouncing wrong. I don't know. Marketing verbs, who knows. Anyways, it's actually made by Insight, and this one's actually an LED. So if you look at this, it's actually extremely bright compared to looking at this one. This is actually a lot dimmer. You have the locking option where you can lock it, and then you can also have an option where it'll actually strobe. It's got a strobing effect. Don't know how beneficial I'd use the strobe, to be honest, but you do have the regular on-off locking positions, and it's a lot brighter. It uses standard 123 batteries, like most light systems, and it's actually a very nice light. I'm real happy with it. And of course, you know, it sticks on the same rail system as any other one, so it's very easy to pop on and off. Don't need any tools. And that's really a key thing to look for, is this type of a mount system. There are some out there that they have screws, you have to screw it on and off the gun. I really don't like those options. You need to have one that has a rail system that actually has a quick on and off. That then takes us to the Surefire series. Surefires, a lot of people know for just handheld ones. You can get these here. This one's actually made by Fab Defense Line. It's a pistol grip here that actually activates the light. So you actually will put your Surefire system into here, and it'll actually be able to turn the light on and off. This one here is a regular Surefire that I've had for a while. I actually really like it. It's a good little light. It does also, if you're doing, you know, a tactical thing, you can turn it on and off with just pushing the back of the button. That same back plate, you can of course mount into one of these. So this one here is actually the newer model, which is a LED version. So pretty much what I've been doing is upgrading the LED across the board. From a technology standpoint, LED is just such a better option. It provides a much more luminous. As far as battery life, I really wouldn't worry too much about that. It's supposed to provide greater battery life too. I really don't care too much about that as an option. But from a tactical standpoint, I mean, you can light a room up significantly with an LED. So actually these older Surefires I'm just using as flashlights now, but I've actually been replacing everything with the LEDs. So as a review, the newer LED one here is called XTI Procyon, which is actually made by Insight Technologies. And the one that I actually have on the Smith & Wesson AR is the Surefire, which is actually referred to, I believe, as a I think it's an H2 LED. I can't remember the exact name of it. But it's a rock solid light. But make sure you get these new LED models of these types of light series. So that being said, I'd like to thank you for tuning into this episode. And remember, if you have any questions, please email me at info@civiliantacticalweapons.com, since I don't respond to any emails through YouTube. And hope to see you next week.